Hello, hello, hello. I'm just getting my timer on. Hi, everybody. This is Linda G. Robert. I'm here to help you live your best life now so that you can love what you do. And today is Freeing Friday. Why did I call it Freeing Friday? Well, for me, meditation is freeing. And I have to tell you that years ago, when I was newly separated, I wish I would have known more about this. And when I got divorced, I've got the kids, working part time, shift work, going to school. It was crazy to say the least. But years later, I learned all these different tools and strategies, and meditation became part of my life. And now I've been meditating for about 4 years, I guess. And I've noticed that it's part of my life now. It's definitely part of something that I do every day, sometimes twice a day as well. So I'm just going to set my timer. By the way, I have a great app that I use, not my app. It's the Insight Timer app that I use. And on there, I'm not getting any money from talking about Insight Timer because you know what? I also use another website called eMindful. But this one, I really like it because it has many different meditations. It also has a timer, and I'll show you the timer. Right, cool. So I could set the time for as long as I want. Today I'm just going to set it for, I think we're going to go for 5 minutes. I'm going to set it for 5 minutes. And on there too are also courses, which are, really great. So I decided to sign up for a 1 year membership where it gives me access to, the different courses that they have available. They also have lives as well. So it's really cool. I love the site. Oh, you don't need to pay for the lives. The meditations are free. I believe that you pay to have access to some of the courses, and it helps to pay the teachers as well. So it is Freeing Friday, and today we're simply going to do a mindful breath meditation. I've had a really long week, busy week, and to be honest, I'm a little bit tired. And so, spending a few minutes with my eyes closed, simply putting my attention on my breath, is exactly what I need to do. So, we are going to do it together. Normally, I do this in between clients, or if I like tonight, I might have to meet up with a client. I'll more than likely meditate before we meet, mostly because, if I've been busy all day and I haven't taken enough time for myself, I find that taking a few minutes, uh, today, right now, we're going to do 5, but normally I take from 15 to half an hour. I find that it's just enough to help me get back to, my groove, and focus on what it is I have to do. It's not a power nap because I don't fall asleep. I simply close my eyes and do nothing except put attention on my breath. And that's what we're going to be doing. So I hope that you're following with me. If you do decide to watch this afterwards, do it with me, right? So you don't want to just listen to the meditation. You want to actually practice the meditation. It's all about practicing daily if you can. So I'm going to put the timer on for 5 minutes, and I invite you to perfect timing. I'm about to start. I'm going to put the timer on for 5 minutes and invite you to close your eyes with me. Take a nice deep breath. I'm going to put that down a bit. There you go. All right. Now I'm putting my attention on my breathing, but you can put your attention on something else, such as the sounds that you're hearing. You can put your attention on a certain area where your breath is felt more. And if you notice your thoughts wandering around, that's okay, no judgment. Just notice the thoughts and put your attention back on your breath or that area where you were putting your attention on. Notice, notice that you're breathing. It's interesting when you're paying attention to your breath and realize that you're breathing, you're alive. The breath of life keeps you going during the day. You may want to try counting your breaths. For example, 1 as I'm breathing in and out, 2 as I'm breathing in and out, and keep going till 5, and then you start again at 1. And if you lose track of the numbers, no worries, just start again at 1. Don't force your breath. Just simply breathe and notice that you have different patterns sometimes. Sometimes you take a deeper breath and sometimes it's a short breath. Just notice what your regular breathing pattern is like. Wow, that was 5 minutes. That was 5 minutes. You know, the last few times we've been meditating for 5, 6, 7 minutes. If you've never meditated before, you want to start small. Start with 1, 2, 5, 10, gradually work your way up. This is a great way to transition from work to home, especially when you're working from home. You might need to separate your work and home. You might say, okay, this is the end of my day. I'm going to stop and take a breath, maybe even take a few breaths, meditate for 5 minutes, and then you get up and you're kind of at home, the home mode. So it's a great way for that as well. I find that by taking time every now and then during my day, I'm able to manage my stress better, a lot better. I remember years ago when I was newly separated and divorced, I mentioned earlier that I could have used meditation, mostly because, my kids lived with me. They were really little and I didn't have a lot of patience. Mind you, I was in school, I was working part time. It was really a crazy, crazy life. And I wish I would have known more about meditation. In fact, I thought it was something really weird that only yogis would do, but in fact, it's not, right? It's really not. It's become more popularized, I could say, and everybody has access to it. So if you are struggling with a separation or divorce, start small. Just take a few breaths. That's all. Just start small and, build your way up. It'll take some time away from the kids if you've got kids, or if you're experiencing some tension because your husband or your wife is upsetting you, your ex perhaps as well. Just take a few minutes putting your attention on your breath. And for your information, I've recently published a booklet of articles called Making Sense of It All, Articles for Women Recovering from Divorce. It's a booklet with about 70 or so pages, and I worked on this many, many years ago, and I finally decided to kind of put it out there. There are several sections to this book. There's a section on divorce, children, section on change, wellness, and self care. And there's a section on dating. And right now, the booklet is $2.99. So you can have access to it by going to my website at divorcerecovery.ca. And when you sign up for the booklet, you'll also get a series of messages that include a video for the theme as well as a journal and prompts, which is really, really, great to take time for you to journal, to think about, what it is that you want, because you want to make sense of it all. And meditation helps you to make sense of it all. So I hope you'll join me again next Friday, same time, 4 o'clock. I've promised you that I would be online for lives 3 times a week. So once on Mondays at 10:30 for the Mindset Monday, on Wednesdays at 1:30 for Wellness Wednesdays, and of course today, Freeing Fridays at 4 o'clock. I hope to see you then. Bye now. Have a great day. Have a great weekend as well.